Good morning. Today's topic is transmission lines at radio frequency. In an electronic system, the delivery of power requires the connection of two wires between the source and the load. At low frequencies, power is considered to be delivered to the load through the wire. In the microwave frequency regions, power is considered to be in an electric and magnetic fields that are guided from place to place by some physical structures. Any physical structure that will guide an electromagnetic wave place to place is called a transmission line. What is the difference between low frequency and high frequency? At low frequencies, the circuit elements are lumped since voltage and current waves affect the entire circuit at the same time. At microwave frequencies or at high frequencies, such treatment of circuit elements is not possible since voltage and current waves do not affect the entire circuit at the same time. The circuit must be broken down into unit sections within which the circuit elements are considered to be lumped. This is because the dimension of the circuit are comparable to the wavelength of the waves according to the formula lambda is equal to c by f, where c is the velocity of the light and f is the frequency of voltage or current. Transmission lines at high frequencies. Standard assumptions are made for the analysis of the performance of the line working at radio frequency. They are: at very high frequency, skin effect is considerable. Because of this current is considered to flow on the surface of the conductor in a skin of very small depth. Second one is omega L is very much greater than R, where R is negligible. And third point is omega L is very much greater than G, that is conductance, where G is negligible. Constants for the line of zero dissipation. The characteristic impedance of the transmission line is given by Z0 is equal to root of Z by Y, where Z is the combination of resistance and inductance, and Y is the admittance is a combination of conductance and capacitance. So that can be written as root of R plus j omega L divided by G plus j omega C. The propagation constant gamma is equal to root of Zy, which is equal to root of R plus j omega L into root G plus j omega C. For the line at high frequency, so this condition is already we noted that omega L and omega C, or omega L is very much greater than R and omega C is very much greater than G for high frequency transmission lines. So considering this and substituting it in characteristic impedance Z0, so Z0 equal to root of j omega L by j omega C, where R and G are neglected. So after substituting that, finally we will get the characteristic impedance Z0 is equal to root of L by C, and substituting the same condition in propagation constant gamma also, gamma is equal to root of R plus j omega L into G plus j omega C. Here R and G are neglected, so we get j omega into root of LC. Thus propagation constant, thus alpha is equal to 0 and beta is equal to omega into root of LC. That is, propagation constant gamma is equal to alpha plus j omega. This is general expression. Propagation constant gamma is equal to alpha plus j omega is general expression. In this, by substituting the high frequency conditions, we are getting j omega root LC. So here alpha is equal to 0, there is no real part, so alpha is equal to 0 and beta is equal to omega into root of LC radians per meter. Coming to the velocity, V is equal to omega by beta. Omega by beta, so beta value is known, so omega by omega root LC, which is equal to 1 by root of LC meter per second. So the distance corresponding to the phase shift of 2 pi radians, the wavelength lambda is given by 2 pi by beta. Beta value is substituted here, so which is equal to 2 pi by omega into root of LC meter. Voltages and currents on dissipation less line. The voltages and current equation in terms of receiving end voltage and current. From the general solution, we can write the voltage V is equal to ER into cos h gamma s plus IR into Z naught into sin h gamma s. For high frequencies, Z naught equal to R naught and gamma is equal to J beta. So, substituting these values, E is equal to ER into cos h for gamma J beta into S plus IR into Z naught is replaced by R naught into sin h, gamma is replaced by J beta S. We know that cos h theta is equal to e power j theta plus e power minus j theta by 2 and sin h theta is e power j theta minus e power minus j theta by 2. Applying that formula, we can get ER is equal to e power j beta s plus e power minus j beta s by 2 plus IR into R naught into e power j beta s minus e power minus j beta s by 2. After doing simplification, the voltage E can be obtained as E is equal to ER into cos beta s plus j I R naught sin beta s. Similarly, we can calculate the current equation also. I is equal to IR into cos h gamma s plus ER by Z naught sin h gamma s. This equation is obtained from the general solution of the transmission line. In that, we are substituting gamma value. Gamma is equal to J beta. And the same procedure is followed here also. Replacing cos h theta value by e power j theta plus e power minus j beta by 2 and sin h theta by e power j theta minus e power minus j theta by 2. After doing simplification, the current can be obtained as IR into cos beta s plus j into ER by R naught sin beta s. So, here further simplification can be done by substituting beta is equal to 2 pi by lambda in voltage and current equation. In voltage equation, we have ER into cos beta s plus j into IR into R naught into sin beta s. In that, beta value is replaced by 2 pi by lambda. Also, in I equation, that is current equation, beta value is replaced by 2 pi by lambda. So, finally, we get the current and voltage equations are I is equal to ER into cos 2 pi by lambda into S plus J into IR into I naught sin 2 pi by lambda into S. This is voltage equation, and current equation is equal to IR into cos 2 pi by lambda S plus J into ER by R naught sin 2 pi by lambda S. Now coming to input impedance of the dissipation less line. Here, input impedance is calculated at the sending end voltages and currents. That is, ES is equal to ER into cos beta S plus J into IR into R naught sin beta S, and current equation IS is equal to IR into cos beta S plus J into ER by R naught sin beta S. The input impedance of such a line is given by Z in is equal to ES by IS, which is equal to, that is, dividing these two equations will get the impedance value. ES by IS is equal to ZS. So, replacing the numerator and denominator by voltage and current equations. So, after simplification, we are getting R naught into ER into cos beta S plus J into IR R naught sin beta S divided by IR I naught cos beta S plus J ER sin beta S. Dividing each term by cos beta S. So, we get R naught is equal to, in the first term, cos beta S will get cancelled. So, only ER will be available plus J into IR R naught sin beta s by cos beta s can be written as tan beta s, and whole divided by IR R naught into cos beta s by cos beta s will become 1 plus j E R into tan beta s, sin by cos tan beta s. Then here what we are doing is dividing the numerator term by IR and denominator term by IR. So first term will get ER by IR plus J R naught tan beta S divided by R naught plus J ER by IR tan beta S, which is equal to R naught into ER by IR is equal to ZR. Then here also new denominator also ER by IR can be replaced by ZR. This tan beta S can be written in terms of exponential term. So for that, tan beta s is equal to, we know that sin beta s by cos beta s, replacing sin beta s by e power j theta minus e power minus j theta by 2j, and cos theta by e power j theta plus e power minus j theta by 2. After simplification, we get e power j beta s minus e power minus j beta s divided by j into e power j beta s plus e power minus j beta s. Replacing this in equation 1, and do simplification. After that, we getting R naught is equal to Z naught into e power j beta s plus e power minus j beta s plus R naught into e power j beta s minus e power minus j beta s whole divided by R naught into that exponential term plus ZR into exponential term. Then expanding that exponential term into with ZR, expanding that exponential term and rearranging that. After that, we are getting R naught is equal to 1 plus ZR by R naught by ZR plus R naught into e power minus j beta 2 j beta s whole divided by 1 minus ZR minus R naught by ZR plus R naught into e power minus 2j beta s. This bracket term ZR minus R naught by ZR plus R naught can be replaced by K, which is known as reflection coefficient. So replacing that in the final expression, we get R naught is equal to 1 plus K into e power minus 2j beta s divided by 1 minus K e power minus 2j beta s. This is our final expression of input impedance of the transmission line for the dissipation less line. Thank you.